This is an upper body, everyday mobility, really good for the shoulders. You don't need any kit. Bring your feet to hip distance. You just stand nice and tall, and we're just going to reach the arms all the way back and round. So you can start just with what feels comfortable, and then over time, just try and start exaggerating it a little bit. So almost like you're trying to roll the shoulders forward. And then when you come back, full Bruce Almighty, we're just trying to get a big circle motion of the shoulders. You might get a little bit of clicking, cracking, crunches. It's okay as long as it's not painful. And then we'll go back the other way, all the way back and round, reach forward, all the way back and up. Oh gosh, that feels crunchy today. Again, if it's not painful, you're all right. You might notice a little bit of difference between the two sides. Don't try and force it. We're just literally trying to move the joint around here. Make this your last one. Lovely. And then just a bit for your spine, just swinging the arms side to side. You can follow it with your head, but try and make them feel quite floppy. So rotating. If it doesn't make you dizzy, you can let your head follow with your body. If it doesn't make you feel dizzy, you can stay looking forward. I have just naturally started staying looking quite forward, but it's because often I'm teaching, so I'll be looking at people. Great, make that your last one. And then we're going to come against a wall. I lied, you do need a wall if that counts as equipment. So you're going to step the outside foot forward, bring the shoulder against the wall, and then I want you to bring the hands together like you're about to start clapping, ideally keeping the hand in line with the shoulder. You can press the hip against the wall here if you want to. And then following your thumb with your gaze, you're going to open out as far as feels comfortable and then come all the way back in. Now, what you might find is the first time you do it, it might feel a little bit groovy. And then each time you open out, you might be able to get a little bit further. If it's uncomfortable in your neck to follow your gaze on your thumb, you don't have to. Maybe you can get a little bit more range. I'm going to do 3 to 5 of these. So coming all the way back. I think this is my 5th, but I have no idea. 3 to 5. Good. And then you're going to come all the way back. Flip the thumb down, and you're going to do that big sweeping circle, keeping the palm facing away. We're just going to do 3 of these. Palm facing towards you, essentially. Thumb goes down, big sweeping circle. One more, thumb down, big sweeping circle. Don't have to be too strict with your position there. And just swap sides. Outside foot forward, like you're clapping. Hip against the wall if you want it. Follow your thumb with your gaze if you can. If it doesn't feel comfortable, you don't have to. And we've got this outside foot stepped forward just to try and keep our hips in position. If that wasn't there, we'd just find that you're getting a bit more rotation from the hip rather than from the back and the thoracic and the chest, which is what we're trying to do. So if it's comfortable, follow your thumb. If you can get a little bit of extra range without it, go for it. But we're not trying to, flick the wall and reach within an inch of our lives. You just want to be getting a bit of a stretch. So to about here is appropriate for me. Any more, and I'm just kind of snatching for it, which I don't need to do. So make that your last one. And then we're going to use the wall. So low back presses against the wall. Your feet are a little bit further forward. And we're going to start by bringing the hands behind the back of the head. You could do this in a lying position. Bring the hands behind the back of the head and then see if you can bring the elbows back. Don't worry if they don't come towards the wall. You can always have them a little bit further away if it feels a bit too uncomfortable. Closing together and coming all the way back. If you can come all the way back to the wall, then go for it, but it can be quite a big position, so don't force it if it's not going. Make this your last one like this. My preference is doing this lying down on a bed, but I guaranteed that this was a standing series. So hands are going to come against the wall, stay in this position with the body. You're going to take a little bend, and then like you're doing a snow angel, you're going to come up, keeping the hands on the wall. Now, don't worry if they lift off a little bit. That's okay. We want to try and keep them on the wall, but if they're lifting up here, you'd have to be super, super mobile to keep them on. So just go to where feels comfortable and then come down. It's called a wall angel. It's nice when something's got a simple name. You're going to come all the way up just to where feels comfortable. Again, that's about the maximum of my range too. And just get one more. Sweep the arms up. Whoop. And then come all the way down. And then last one, we're just going to face the other way. So 2 versions of this, which I really, really like. bring your hands up onto the wall, a bit like you're doing a child's pose. But I want you to try and give yourself a bit of distance on the wall, straighten your arms, and then I want you to keep a bit of a rounded spine. So think hunchback of Notre Dame, rather than sticking your bum out. So a little bit of rounding, because that means that when we start to drop the chest down here, we're going to get this nice big stretch in lats in this lower part of your shoulder as well. So hands on the wall, a little bit of rounding in the chest, and we're going to do 5 exhales here. So inhale to prepare. Exhale to drop the chest. Let the belly fill. Exhale to drop the chest. One more. Make it a good one. Nice, and then you can slowly unravel. And then the last one, we can change it into a variation of essentially a child's pose, walking the hands up the wall. This time, keep more of a neutral spine, tip your hips back, and keep the arms nice and straight. So you're getting a similar position as a child's pose, but without the big hip compression, without being on the floor. So again, let's take 3 breaths here. This time, let's look forward. Try with in through the nose, out through the mouth. And last one like that, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Lovely stuff. Great way to finish. Just do a big arm circle a couple of times. Have a little shake off. Good work.